Hi, friend. I don't know about you, but I've been having a great day. And what better way to make your day even greater than learning how to utilize Facebook groups as a member to enhance your sales and grow your network? And so I've been practicing or I've been playing around with Facebook groups outside of this one and doing all the do's and don'ts myself to really figure out what works and what doesn't work. So that way you don't have to go through the struggle and the time and the pain and effort of doing this. I did it all for you. I've done this research for you. And so I want to teach you the things that I've done that have boosted my not only my sales, my email list, but just my credibility and what I did to test out that I wanted to see how it rubbed people the wrong way, how people perceived it, or if they engaged with it. Let's get started. I want to first talk about the two types of Facebook groups that you should be joining to grow your network and boost your sales and even grow your email list. Because I've been preaching that for, gosh, over almost 2 years now about how important it is to grow your email list and not just grow your social media following. And so let's get to it. The first two types of groups would be the first one is find out where your ideal client is hanging out. It's like, what are they doing? Where are they getting their information as it pertains to your business? Where are they hanging out just for leisure or just for fun, just to scroll mindlessly and get information, be entertained as well as educated. So get into the head of your ideal client and then ask them where they're hanging out. So you can go hang out there too. I mean, if you think about it, I know like on all those movies where the nerdy teen girl, she's becoming a woman now and she wants to be part of the cool clan. And what does she do? She wants to hang out where the cool people are hanging out so she can get noticed. That's kind of how it is in your business. You need to hang out where your people that you want to be around are hanging out. And so it's also going to help reduce wasted time on being in groups that don't serve your main purpose or your intention. The second type of group is to be in a group you're with like-minded individuals, whether they're entrepreneurs of both genders or any gender, or just an entrepreneur, a female entrepreneur, or you get as specific as female mom entrepreneurs, whatever it is that you want to be a part of. But the idea is that whomever is in this group, that they're adding value. The admins are adding value to your business in the form of some kind of trainings or some kind of way for you to talk about your business, to participate in some kind of training that maybe you can get recognition for your business. So those are the two types of Facebook groups that I recommend that you be a part of. Really, if you have an issue with wasting time on Facebook, then I would eliminate groups that don't serve you, that are just purely for entertainment. Those can come later. Maybe don't get out of those groups, but focus on the core groups that are going to help build your business for right now. And then once you're able to free up time, maybe even hire a virtual assistant to help with other things, then you can start playing a little bit more. But we gotten through that, let's talk about how to I guess the do's and don'ts of being in these groups. And so the first thing is you want to add value by participating in the conversation. So if you see a post that you can contribute to without being salesy or pushy or dropping your link, then get in there and say, hey, this is my opinion, and be as kind as possible. Because remember, people are going to be reading your comments with the lens that they are, with their own lens. So if they're having a bad day, they may take your words in a different way and might be offended. So I know that's a little thin line, but just, make sure that you're saying things in a nurturing way, kind way, and even ask a question whenever you're commenting. So, you might say, someone might be like, hey, which platform do you use to grow your following, to grow your business? And you could say, I like to use Instagram. What do you like? Tell me more about you. What are you doing? Maybe I need to look into that. But start a conversation and not just post a comment, but like maybe ask a question to get engagement. Because I guarantee you, when people continue to see you in the group, and then they join other groups, and you guys are in like multiple groups together, then they're going to start recognizing your name, and then they're going to start clicking on your profile, and then like, who is this person? Like, how can I get to know them? And maybe, should they be in my tribe? Should they be in my circle? Can we work together? So make sure that you're adding valuable comments on the post, and be thoughtful when you're actually posting to the group as well. So ask thoughtful questions, ask engaging questions. If you don't know what kind of questions to ask, I actually have a 31-day challenge going on, posting challenge going on, where these questions that are prompts, you can actually convert them into a question that you answer, a question that someone else answers, but they're highly engaging to get people to talk back to you, because no one wants to be on social media asking a question or putting themselves out there and no one's participating. Yeah, I know that always happens to me, but oh well. I talk to myself at home, so I don't care if I'm talking to myself online. But ask thoughtful questions to start a post. Don't spam people. Don't spam these groups with your links, or you're sharing a link with no comments, without saying, hey, check out this sale that I have going on. You don't even want to do that. But if you do, at least, give a purpose of why you're sharing that link with people. Maybe you're network marketing and you are, 1 week left to make your sales goal, and you're really excited about it, and maybe there's a trip at stake. It's okay to say that. People, lead with that. People want to help other people. So maybe if you said something like, I've been working at this trip for so long, I would love it if you could support me. If not, that's okay too. Which brings me to the next thing. When you're engaging with other people, leave some element of curiosity. Don't just drop your link and say, I can help you with this, go to this and that. And believe me, I'm telling you these things because I purposely do these things to see how people engage with me. And then I purposely do the things that I would want people to engage with. And then I see, that's part of my research. I see, okay, this is not working. This works. This is how this is coming across. This is how this is coming across. They're basically the same thing, but they have the same intention behind them, but I'm saying it differently. So when you're adding value, or when you're maybe offering your opinion or your advice, don't drop a link. Just be like, hey, if you want more, just feel free to DM me. Like, act like that really cool guy that all the girls want, and that he's just like too hot to get. Because what happens when someone doesn't give you what you want? You kind of want more. Like, you chase them. Give a little bit of element of chase. And then don't be a jerk about it, but just give them a little bit of taste, because you really don't know if you want to get in bed with these people. You want to start the conversation before you start saying, hey, buy this. Okay. So again, don't spam with your link or in the comments or anything else. So don't post a link and say, buy this. Maybe you can get maybe you can ask for some feedback on something, but remember, people are smart. They're going to see the intention behind it. So think about why you're posting it before you do. And then keep things simple and intriguing. Offer help without dropping a link. And then, like I said, make them ask. Use these Facebook groups for your research. I like to go in there and ask questions of, like, my ideal client, like, what are they struggling with? What are their pain points? How I can help them. And then if they ask me, I will tell them. But I like to find out, because it's more valuable to me to find out, what their pain points are, what's going on in their head, so that when I am posting outside of these groups, I'm talking to my ideal client, and I understand, I'm telling her how I understand how she feels, because I've heard it from other women like her. So definitely use that research. That's going to be gold for you. If you didn't watch my IGTV last week, you're going to want to go back and watch that, because I'm talking about how to get into the head of your ideal client. Sales is all about psychology. And so if you don't know the psychology game, then you're not going to be selling. Just FYI. And then when you're going into these groups, or any like even an in-person networking group, whenever that can happen again, make sure that you have an elevator speech ready. You can have an elevator speech ready for something that you can obviously verbally speak, or also have one ready that you can copy and paste into groups. Save it on your Facebook, save it on your phone notes so that way you can easily copy and paste when someone asks. I know that when my brother erased my whole phone, I lost all of my elevator speeches, everything how I like tweaking it. And then then I got lazy and I didn't want to go rewrite it because I felt like I could never get to that again. It was just so great. I should have it memorized and I did it. Bad Vanessa. But whenever you don't have it saved and there are people on multiple groups that see you say something that differs from the other one, then they're like, well, what does she do? I mean, until you have it down and you can just regurgitate it like that, definitely save it on your phone so that way it's consistent no matter where anyone sees you. Because believe me, as you get into more groups and you expand your network, everything starts to overlap and people, they start to see you and they'll remember you. And then lastly, have no expectations. When you go into these groups, don't expect someone to buy anything from you right away. I like to think of Facebook groups and networking within Facebook groups as farming. You plant the seed, you water it, you let the sunshine on your seeds, and you just cultivate it, and then it grows. It takes time for that to happen, versus some kind of hunting that you would do, which would be maybe sales calls. And so your business needs a perfect balance of both. So remember, don't get discouraged if nothing's happening right away, but just be consistent. You can even set a time in your daily schedule or your weekly schedule of when you're going to go in and engage. I would advise getting 3 groups that you really like. Spend 10 minutes each week in each group and see how you can engage. In fact, I have been more so in groups because not only do I learn something from the groups, but I can meet someone there, grow my network, then versus going onto the Facebook feed. So it doesn't take very much time, but it does take time and effort, and it takes that you're consistent with it. Anyways, I would love for you to tell me if you try these things out. Definitely try them for at least 30 days. Even longer is better. And then tell me what kind of results that you get, because I would love to know. Like I said, I've been able to grow my email list, grow sales, grow my network, and have fun along the way.